welcome to Hare the Rabbit podcast. We explore everything that is rabbit. We look at different rabbit breeds, history, superstition, pop culture, news, and more. I would like to thank you for joining me today, your host, Jeff Hittinger. I'm not an expert, I'm just curious about learning more about rabbits, just like you. Was a story without a campfire in the background. A folktale is a story originated in popular culture, typically passed on by word of mouth. In many tales, Rabbit is a trickster character in folktales of African American, and Native American culture. Rabbit is the consummate trickster who typically matches wits with a character whom he tries to best. Rabbit's wish for snow. Let me tell you about rabbits. Long in the wait time, past time, rabbits look very different than they did today. Long in the wait time, past time, rabbits had very short ears. They had even very long tails. They had long, straight arms and long, straight legs. Very different than the way rabbits look today. One day, Rabbit was out in the springtime, looking for something to do and something to eat, as rabbits are always looking for something to eat. He came upon a willow tree that had fresh little shoots in it. It made him so hungry, he wanted to go up and taste some of those shoots, but was high up in the willow tree. And you know yourself that rabbits are not good tree climbers. So Rabbit decided to eat some of the grass and play around. But he thought to himself, I would like to play in the snow. He remembered that his grandmother had told him that if you can wish for something hard enough, that it can happen. So Rabbit started to wish for snow. So he started to dance. He started to pray for it to snow, and so he started to dance. Then he started singing his song. Oh, how I wish it would snow. 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 And as Rabbit danced and prayed and sung his song, it started to snow a little bit. Oh, this made Rabbit so happy that he sung his song stronger and harder. Oh, how I wish it would snow. Oh, how I wish it would snow. And then the snow started coming down. And Rabbit was so excited to see that snow coming down that he sung song even stronger. Oh, how I wish it would snow. Oh, how I wish it would snow. And it started to snow so much. And because he had wished for it to snow so much, the snow rose higher and higher and higher until it rose high into the willow tree. And now Rabbit played in the snow, and now that it was so high he could eat some of those fresh shoots that were on the willow, he filled his stomach. Now he wanted to go home. He was tired from all that dancing, but when he looked, he saw that his home was covered with all the snow. Well, he decided he would rest in the crotch of the tree, and he fell asleep. He woke the next morning, and the sun had come out and melted all the snow away. Now Rabbit is high up in the willow tree, wondering how he is ever going to get down. Because, as you know yourself, Rabbit is not a good tree climber. So he was holding onto those branches and looking and wondering how he could get down. How could he sing his song again? How could he make it snow? And he was leaning over and snap, his tail broke. And when his tail broke, he went tumbling down out of the tree. And as he tumbled down out of the tree, his little ears would get caught in the branches and stretch and stretch and pull and pull and stretch and pull until they were as hard today. And then when Rabbit fell out of the willow tree, he hit the ground so hard his long straight arms shot into his body and became little short arms, just like they are today. And when Rabbit fell out of the tree, he hit the ground so hard, his long straight legs, they broke and bent just the way that they are today. And now you know what I'm telling you is true. And now you know how the rabbit got his shape. And when the rabbit fell out of the tree, he hit the ground so hard he smashed his face. And when he smashed his face, he split his lip. Now you know what I'm telling you is a lesson. Because if you were to ever look at the rabbit today, or any of his grandchildren, you would see that they all have long arms, they all have long ears, short arms, bent rear leg, and a split lip, no tail, and they have to hop everywhere. Now you know what I've told you is a lesson as the native people see it, and you can prove the truth of this lesson to yourself very soon. Any springtime you can go out into the park or into the woods and look up into the willow tree. When you look up into the willow tree, you will see where the rabbit has left his tail, because a willow tree has a very special look. And today, that willow tree and rabbit all look different. Now you know why rabbits look the way that they do. Now you know why willows look the way that they do. If you would like to email me, reach out at hareoftherabbit@gmail.com, or you can visit the website at hareoftherabbit.com. If you would like to support the podcast and keep the lights on, You can support us whenever you use Amazon through the link at the website on the Support the Podcast page. This will not cost you anything extra, and I cannot see who purchased what. You can also become a Fluffle fan supporter by donating through Patreon. And again, there's a link at theharetherabbitpodcast.com.